The centrepiece of our museum, and the reason the museum was constructed in 1981, is the short Sandringham 4 passenger-carrying flying boat. This aircraft and similar aircraft were used for passenger flying, and it is a converted military Sunderland Mark III, later 5, flying boat. This was converted originally in 1947 at Short Brothers and Harland in Belfast. And although some of these aircraft types flew from Southampton, this one didn't. It spent the majority of its life in New Zealand, first of all, then Australia, and then with Antilles Airboats in the Caribbean, which was a small airline owned by the movie actress Maureen and her husband, General Charles Blair, who was a test pilot. And they had small twin-engined Grumman flying boats as island hoppers, but then wanted a long-haul one. So they bought this lady. And she, in this configuration, can take 42 passengers plus 2 stewards. It's a mezzanine deck upstairs for the first-class compartment. And the beauty of this aeroplane here, it's one of 7 Sunderlands or conversions in the world, or subsequent aircraft such as the Solent. But the beauty of this one here is that we take people up the flight deck of this one, and no other ones can do that. 112 feet wingspan. When it was converted to a Mark V Sunderland, before it became a Sandringham, the Bristol Hercules engines were taken off, and the Pratt & Whitney Twin Wasps, similar engine that was in the DC-3, for example, were actually put in, and the wings slightly moved to allow for the torque of the engines. So you look at it and you think, this is a size of an aeroplane. But when you think that Saunders-Roe on the Isle of Wight built 3 Princess flying boats. Just to give you an idea of those sizes, with 10 Bristol Proteus engines, this Sandringham would fit under one wing of the Princess. Absolutely huge aeroplane. But by the time that was built, like a lot of flying boats, the airline suddenly thought, you know, difficult to get spares for some of these conversions now. By the mid-late 50s, and jet airliners were coming into service, and the extended services that they were doing, and you could get to your destination quicker. Also, at the end of the Second World War, the Germans, being very efficient, had extended runways in Europe when they took over countries, particularly Schiphol in the Netherlands, in Germany itself, in France, and they could take bigger aircraft. But it's still the romance of the flying boat. She's a beautiful airplane.